my lovelies, and welcome to my booktube channel, The Sassy Library Fox. My name is V, and today we are already going to talk about my December to be read. The end of the year is approaching. I still haven't finished all the books I wanted to read. I recently managed to finish 2 more books, so I finally reached my Goodreads goal of reading 45 books. Yay! But aside of that, I did really badly with reading this year because there are still 6 books on my currently reading I still haven't finished. So what did I decide? I decided I would cut myself some slack and actually finish the 6 books that are still on my to be read, and only will go for 1 more book I really wanted to read until the end of the year. Let me just get a sip of my coffee here. It's been a rough week, I was very busy, and I think it will only get even more stressful until the end of the year. So that's basically my main reason to finally read all the books that are still on my currently reading. And I decided to read 1 book that will be a new book on my currently reading, because I really want to finish this one before the year ends, and it's The Ballad of Ever After by Stephanie Garber. And I loved the first book, and there were so many great scenes between Jax and Eva in the first one, and the chemistry fit. I still don't know how Apollo fits into all of this, but I guess we will find out. I'm very curious where this story is heading. I already love this more than I love the Caraval series, which is a feat because I really love the Caraval series. It was great and very interesting, and I love the world building. And in this one, the world building is great as well. I mean, it plays in the north, so yeah. I'm so curious how this book is going to continue and what is going to happen with the kind of weird love triangle we had in the first book. Yeah, totally curious about that one. And I love Jax as a character. He is so manipulative and but also kind of vulnerable. At least in the first book of the series he was. So I just want more, and I'm going to finish this before the end of the year. I would like to say that I will totally go through with this, but knowing me, I probably will take it into January. Yeah, that's honesty for you. Anyway, there are still 6 books on my currently reading, and 2 of them I already took into 2024, and I started to read them in 2023. So it's about time I finally finished those 2. If you followed my channel closely, you will know which books those 2 books will be, but I'll just take a sip here and hold them in the cam. The first one is Winter by Marissa Mayer, and I wanted to read that one for a year and never picked it up. I think what's really keeping me from finishing to read this one is the fact that it's so huge. It has about 800 pages or so, and it's a commitment, and I wasn't ready for that commitment for the last 1.5 years. But I'll definitely finish it before the end of December, because I honestly don't want to take it into another year. It's enough. And I mean, the story is great. I love the characters. I want to finish this series, and I just don't know what's keeping me from actually reading this. It must be, I don't know, procrastinating or something. Okay, and the second book I took into 2024 once again is Ravensong. And I also don't know what's keeping me from reading this book because it's amazing. I loved it. I read it to the halfway mark and then suddenly stopped. And I think the problem I had with this one was to actually continue to read it because I was scared of what would happen next. And also, I don't know, I'm so scared to continue reading this, but that should not keep me from finishing a book. And I already took it into 2024, so I'm not gonna take this into 2025 because I want to read the third book in this series. So I'm calling myself out here big time. V, you're going to read this. Mark my words. Okay. If my future self sees this and still didn't finish this book, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, anyway, the other two books that are still on my currently reading, and this was just a recent ad, it's Ophelia After All, by Raquel Marie. I hope I didn't butcher that. This one sounds really cute and nice. The cover was so sweet. I had to pick it up. And after I saw the cover and picked up the book, I read the blurb, and the blurb sounds really great because apparently Ophelia is a girl that likes a lot of boys and has a lot of boy crushes, but then one day she finds herself thinking about a girl named Talia more than about her ex-boyfriend. So this sounds great. It sounds like one of those coming-of-age self-discovery books, and I'm so here for it. And the second book I recently started is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by XEO. I didn't get very far with this one, as you can see, but I spoke about it in my November to be read, and I'll definitely finish it in December, because sooner or later I will have to return it to the library and it should be finished by then. Okay, and the other two books that are still on my currently reading are actually two arcs I got from NetGalley and from the authors. One of them is A Promise of Peridot by Kate Golden, and heaven knows I wanted to read this book ever since I got the arc, which must have been in summer, yeah, around summer, and I still didn't manage to read all too many pages of this one because I was always preoccupied with other things and life has just kept me so damn busy. But I owe it to the authors to read those books until the end of the year. So this is what I'm going to do. And it's already the second book in a series. I really enjoyed the first one. It had this typical romanticity, enemies to lovers vibe going on, and it was great. I hope to find out more about the world building in this second installment. And the other book I got as an arc and wanted to read since summer is Idle Lives by Katie Salvo. And I already read the first and the second book, and now this is the third book in the series. It's a K-pop, K-drama, romance, and I absolutely loved the first two books. The character growth is top-notch, honestly. Jason and Taeyeon came such a long way from the first book, and it was so lovely and nice to see them grow throughout the series. And now it's the third book and the last book in the series, and I'm so excited to read this book. I've been excited to read this book ever since I got the arc, but I didn't manage to read it. And I think part of what kept me from reading all those 6 books is the fact that I want to give them time and I wanted to actually sit down and read them with all my attention. And I think that was the problem. Those last couple of months, I never had the time to actually really sit down and to focus on a book because I was so busy that I just couldn't do that. But I want to do that now in December. I mean, I will be on vacation. There are going to be the Christmas holidays soon. So I will finally have time to sit down and actually read those books in my own time with my own pacing, and I will give them the time and the attention they deserve. So I think that's what mainly kept me from reading all those books that are still on my currently reading. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the end of December will be more quiet and that I will get a little bit more reading done. There's always hope. Okay, so I guess you will find out if I manage to read all those books when I do my December wrap-up video. Let's see if I manage to read them all. We'll find out. That I can promise. Okay, so, well, that's it from my December to be read. It's quite a long to be read if you add all those books together. There are 7 books I actually want to read and finish in December, but I will hopefully manage to get off at least the 2 books I took from 2023 already. Let's hope I'll manage to do that at least. Okay. And well, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What are you going to read in December? Are you trying for a clean slate for the next year as well? Or do you just read whatever you want? Are you a mood reader? Are there books that are hard for you to pick up as well? I would really love to hear your thoughts on that, and please write them down in the comments below. You know, I always answer every comment I get, and I just love to get your comments, to be honest. So, well, I guess that's it. We're already at the ending of my video, and there's nothing left to say except of take care, stay healthy and safe, and see you around the next time. Bye!